When you train in the weight room, fitness room, whatever you want to call it, off the mat training is really the best way to put it for what we do, because we're grapplers. Whether we do judo, sambo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever it may be, MMA, whatever we do, we do it on a mat generally, or in a ring or cage or whatever your sport is. And when you're off the mat, that's off the mat training. So here we are. Remember, we're training to be, we want a fighter's physique. We don't necessarily want to look like a bodybuilder or a weightlifter or power lifter. Those are separate great sports in and of themselves. And if you want to do bodybuilding, and really, this is bodybuilding, by the way, but it's because you're building your body. But as a sport, I'm talking about the competitive sport of bodybuilding, they have different goals for that. Big, very bulky muscles are not necessarily an advantage for a grappler or a fighter. So that's why you want to train to have a fighter's physique. I'm certainly no beautiful physique myself, but through the years that I've been training, my strength has always been a good part of what I do. I've applied my strength effectively and efficiently in my technical skills, so they work together. And that's the reason you work off the mat and for your fitness. So what you can do, the skills you can do with more efficiency and more effectiveness. A trained body, a good physique, a good strong body with good aerobic and anaerobic capacity is going to be, and with good skill, is going to be someone who, maybe have exceedingly good skill but doesn't have the anaerobic or aerobic capacity or the ability to do it, the strength or the fitness to do it. Conversely, I might be in the best shape in the world, but if I don't have good skill, a guy who is skillful and in good shape will beat me. So I've got to combine those things. I've got to combine the fitness, the strength, the power type training, along with the aerobic capacity, the cardiovascular, and combine that with good strength and good fitness, good technical training on the mat. And you can do a lot of fitness training on the mat as well, but when you're off the mat, it's just very, very important to really hit the aerobic and anaerobic training. It's easier said than done. So it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of patience to get to a room that looks like this, where nobody else is around. It's not pretty. I do that on purpose, by the way. I like this dingy little gym that I have in my house. And I've always worked out in dingy little gyms because they've motivated me. But that being aside, it takes a lot of discipline to get into a place like this on a real steady basis, real regular basis. Will you work out the same every day of the year? Will I do the same type of movements in the gym every day of the year? Certainly not. Depends on if I'm in a phase of training. If I'm in a training cycle or a work periodization leading up to a major contest or a tournament, I'm going to be working totally different week by week, actually, in what I'm going to be doing here in the gym. In the gym or outside and running, or working on cardio and aerobic capacity, in the field or in the road work, or on a bike, whatever. So I'm going to be doing some different things a lot of the time, but it's also going to be directed toward being better on the mat. And that's what we're doing here. That's why we're in a room like this.